Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on. Must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them. Time I was down and out, had to bring grinding back. Doing the drills and working the wheel where you're grinding at. You know what it be, playing this here for the keeps. Had to make out with a feast, a family to feed. Third cold where the trophy should be. EA got me in the game now. Breathe down with the game now. They're here with a lane now. My home second with a rain now. Legendary on the field, kind of drip is a skill. It's the highest cruiser bill, ain't nothing just to heal. With stiff arms, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. With stiff arms, spin move, in zone, scope for sideline, a touchdown, I put on a show. I had to kick off and go. I had to kick off and go. Out of the drought, watching me ball. Soon as I snap, hit of the pack, walk for the sack, shaking them all, breaking them all, talking my tall, walking my wall like I do. Sit on the throne, get in the zone, turn it on. Must be the shoes, must be the team, must be the camp, must be the crew. You need a win, who need a win? That's all we do. I've been a king and I've been about mine. Never could doubt mine. They running the route, I leave them outline when I hear them.
We've had spotty showers since about 7 a.m. here in D.C., and the radar indicates it's going to continue, but nothing to stop football from happening at FedEx Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington football team. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Deron Payne on the...
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
First carry for Raheem Mostert, and he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
A gain of a yard.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every single
blitz coming, and down he goes. Montez Sweat came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
It's third down.
So it's third and long, and defensively not a real surprise. They're in the dime. From the gun, Winston. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on fourth down. They'll try it now with Mostert. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on fourth.
49ers.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. 56. Working out of the gun, Winston. Coleman has it here right side. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
4 yards.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw again on second down. Winston on the screen. This is Coleman. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it. They love it because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
And the 49ers.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Facing a 2nd and 3. Ball on the 10. Now Mostert. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. Here's Mostert. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 8-yard line.
It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They just get the play off. Now Mariota. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Chase Young able to record his 5th sack of the season. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
3rd and goal, Winston. Strong coverage by Washington, and now 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Robbie Gould on now to try the field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Is able to put it through, and the 49ers take a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, then no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
Here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Number 16.
Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, it turned into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
On second down now, it's Gibson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Rodgers now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
But he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
On second down, it's Gibson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
1 yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
Gibson, the ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
For the field goal. A 50-yard attempt.
And this won't get there. Won't be on line either. It's no good. Off to the right, but there is a flag down. He might get another shot at this. So a special teams mistake on the field goal try leads to a new set of downs inside the red zone. And he'll give it here to his running back. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
The ball carrier.
This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
And he'll get nothing there. Stopped right at the line as that will wind us down to the end of this first quarter of play. Second quarter now from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football. They're on the march, but facing a 3rd down here. From the gun, it's Rodgers. This will be caught at about the 5. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the 2, here's 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
This defense is really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Well, that will go down as a 15-play drive, and it results in 3 points. So some disappointment?
It's funny. We had our conference before the game with the offensive coordinator. What did he tell us? I just want every drive to end in a kick, right? An extra point, a punt, or a field goal. Well, in this case, I think it is a little bit of a disappointment because it did end in a kick. But that type of a drive should end in the end zone.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well. When they took the shot downfield, they were more than prepared for that one.
He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver, but it'll be 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now a handoff here to his running back. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
At the 24-yard line.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Josh Oliver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead.
And what a weapon he is at the tight end spot, because when they throw him the football downfield, they count on him getting additional yardage almost every time. And that's exactly what he did there. Caught that, ran with it, all the way to the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown. So decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan? Or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now it's a bootleg with Winston. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And that's going to be incomplete.
Winston.
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On 2nd down now. It's Gibson, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
He's got it, and it's 17-0.
Makes this Washington 17. 49ers nothing.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You want to.
I know, but... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off near the 34. And they will finally put it into the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. They had him back deep, got the interception, and now they start inside the 10.
Partner forgets starting inside the red zone. They're inside the green zone. From the 10-yard line in, a lot of teams call it that because that's the money zone. Get it into the end zone and make your cash.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. second and goal from the 1.
Hey, 626.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
Could not block that one any better. Everyone was accounted for, and a great surge by the offensive line.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will make it into the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
On second down, Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second and 9. Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Reuben Foster.
The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Winston. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. And they give this time to the tailback. And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
By D. Ford.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
Over the middle, it's complete. And he stopped up short of the first as they tackle him down at about the 36. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4. 4th. So out comes the field goal team now for the second time here today. And quite a bit of pizza in this box. It's a 53-yard attempt. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy. Now, if this was a clear day in September, I'd say this is well within his range. I'd feel very confident about this kick, but let's be honest about it. In these elements, the difficulty level gets ratcheted up by at least a factor of 5.
Now it's the backup Mariota. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a first down.
It's a gain of 17.
Mariota on first down. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 22, Winston. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Options galore here, second and a few inches. This is Mostert, and he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here, back to the 2. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Back at the 2 now, here's 2nd and goal.
56, the mark, bro. 56. Check 56.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Troy Apke. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
McLaughlin now to add the PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Set to kick off.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, and he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It goes as a loss of 6, and now third down.
Back at the 25-yard line.
Let's get it. Look, 58, 50. Here we go, team. Check 30.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. A big play that time on the catch and run. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
Ball carrier.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 4. Now third down.
Okay, ready? 54's Mike. Check. Watch 50. 18, right in. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Mike's 5'4", Mike's 5'4".
From the gun, Jackson. The open man is Shark. It's complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson, a pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here I come. Here I come. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here. 54.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. On the slant, this is Chark. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 14. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
I'm scared. Swing.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
The tackle by Quan Alexander. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Niners' 10-yard line.
Seven yards left for 2nd down. Ball at the 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Gibson. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play, backwards a yard.
3rd and 8.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down.
Big stop
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On third down, it's Gibson, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. They were 3 for 3 converting on third downs on this drive, but that time didn't quite get there.
Yeah, defensively, maybe they just said, we're tired of this. Time to make a stand. And if you really want to pick this one up, you have to go for it on 4th down. And typically, on 4th down, the odds shift to the defense.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
At their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Team script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
3rd down.
Winston now. And now here is another interception. Reuben Foster picks it, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And 5.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So 3 field goals that he's hit now. This last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
At their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this. And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Mostert. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up.
No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down.
Third and long for Winston. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 42. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it, and that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up. Hey, no, look, we got Mike 50, Mike 50, huh? They can't hang with us.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much running room. Down to the 32.
Ball carrier.
The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Brought him down.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
On 2nd down, Love. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run again with Love on 1st down. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
Armstead brought him down. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 15-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 5.
54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
They'll run with Love. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A good run of 6 yards there. Gets them closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey.
On the carry, it's Love. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
44, 49ers nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Ronald Darby that time, the one who got... hand in and knocked it free.
10 at the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And they'll indeed take a knee.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
The Niners on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the 1st down at the 29. It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments, and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands. 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got a chance now to put this game away following that last defensive stop and punt. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
He was brought down by
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the fourth quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
First down, San Francisco.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A throw out wide here, caught by Pettis. And out of bounds right around the 20. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at Washington's 12-yard line. 15-yard line. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
3rd down.
First down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
I'm on. No.
Into the hands of Pettis. It's a jet sweep. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
One man in the backfield. That's Miller. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
One receiver left, 3 to the right. A field goal does you no good, so they're going to stay out there and go for it on 4th. Desperation time. Mariota on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A great open field tackle is going to stop him shy of the goal line. The run on 4th and goal from the 4 is stopped short. And this shutout is going to continue as the defense holds again. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it would appear that the open week a week ago came just at the right time as they have dominated the proceedings here into this 4th quarter. He was trying to find his tight end, Josh Oliver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now for Love. Fighting to get back to the goal line. I don't think he got there. He did not. Did not get back there. It's a safety. So the defense does their job. They get rid of that 0 on the scoreboard. Now we'll see if their offense can come to play.
Well, that's the way you get things started, right? Score yourself on defense, give the ball back for your offense, and tell them, let's go. We're in the game now.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Matthew Ioannidis able to record his 5th sack of the season.
It's second down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down again. Montez Sweat able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Third and long here for Mariota. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
That's certainly playing down and distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The chance of wasting this great starting field.